A real type of thing, moved down to the tap.
Is that your intro?
I got the funk. Yeah, I know it is. Well, this is just episode 26 and stuff. Through whatever today is, April 26th, I believe.
Yep.
Whatever godforsaken day. Another day of more people being diagnosed with cancer, they find out. But that's every day. But I'm here, something that's better than being with cancer is being with my guest today, Cesar Davila.
Yo, what's going on, guys? I do not have cancer, but I woke up today, which, again, it is unfortunate.
Exactly.
One more day of bill collectors.
Oh, more bill. Oh yeah,
I collect bills, and I'm getting calls from bill collectors. I'm like, I get it, y'all.
So it's probably like a contracted out firm that does it, I'm guessing.
Oh, yeah, this is my new job. Yeah. Pretty much, we didn't buy the accounts, but they hired us, and we get commission. Pay us, fuck you.
It's like, hey, we gotta contact you. I know. It's like, no, man, but you just gotta wait. I'll have the money ready for you at the end of the week.
Yo, you better. End of the week? When? Which end of the week? Nah, man, that shit's crazy. I notice a lot of people just don't give a fuck and like go in an apartment for like 2 weeks, break the lease, and be like, I don't owe anything.
Oh, the first 2 weeks.
Yeah, like why? Yeah, you did. You broke the lease and you didn't pay rent. Nah, like that. Like no.
Like,
but
no.
you have to pay. It's gonna mess up your credit. I don't care. All right, you're gonna care in a year when you have to move in again. It's fine. I'm like, fuck, I hate you. I hate these fucking people. They're my age too, so fuck them even more.
They don't realize what. Well, then that clears out the demand for housing supply later on.
Yep.
If it fucks them up, then.
Pretty much, that's what I have to say. So you live with your parents right now, loser. Imagine when you want to move out.
I'm gonna inherit it from them.
We had that already. Be like, all right, dude, but you're still gonna want to buy a car in the credit bureau, even though it doesn't affect them. We have to be like, you think the credit bureau's gonna be like, this piece of shit can't even keep an apartment? Well, how are we gonna give him a car? You know, even though it won't affect them or anything, it's funny. Being a debt collector is hilarious.
Exactly. It's not as fun as when it's unregulated debt collection.
Oh, I know it's regulated, but we get away with a lot of stuff.
Exactly. Well, I'm saying more. You're taking a traditional route, going through a phone, contacting through that. You're not. You're not showing up at a door.
With the
hey,
fucking baseball
can we
bat?
talk to Giovanni? We got him from some bills to pay. He's got a debt.
He needs to answer some questions to my bat. Is that a good accent? Were we from New York there?
We're people from Staten Island.
Oh, Staten Island?
Staten Island.
Those
Disgusting people.
Are they gross?
Well, I know it's the more rundown area of...
Just judging it by like what I Googled, it's pretty
It's like, at least what I've learned from it or gotten the impression of, it's like kind of the lower... even like how Harlem and Brooklyn's more the arts area. They're just more of the... No, it's rundown.
What would the trash part of Arizona be?
The trashy... Well, I mean, are we just talking the Phoenix Valley or everything? Because I feel like if you go... When I went through Safford, Arizona... There's really nothing going on there.
Safford, Arizona.
But I haven't explored Arizona as much.
I feel like the more north you go, though, here, the more Trump flags you see. And the more, like, get off my land kind of people.
Yeah.
Like, if I keep going north to, like, Flagstaff, all those, like, little cities up in the mountains.
Oh, because they're people that came over from Utah.
Yeah, they're like, I don't like you Mexicans.
What you all doing here?
What y'all doing here? I'm like, I live here.
Exactly. They're saying like I'm Afghani.
Oh, do I know? Hell, no, I'm Afghani, so I'm here to destroy your daughter's pussy. I'm gonna bomb that clit.
Exactly. Instead of just being shaped just straight up like in Deer Canyon, how it's shaped, it's gonna look just like a T.
Yup.
It's like for the Taliban bombing right there with the dick.
Boom. We never die.
Exactly. Immortality. That's what comes with the Taliban and the bombings.
There's this Muslim girl at work, and she's Mexican, but her religion is Muslim, and she has everything. And it's I don't know, maybe I almost sound ignorant, but I feel disrespectful when I'm eating. I'm like, oh, shit's the bomb, like in front of her. Like I feel like she'll get offended. She'll be like, when a couple times first week when she passed by me in the camera, I got shooken a couple times. I'm not gonna like, oh shit, my bad. Is that bad? I don't want to be like
Maybe you just got startled that she...
That was a ghost and shit, dude. I was like, oh, fuck.
You just thought it was someone walking around in a Grim Reaper outfit.
Who let you in the office?
I am the ghost of Christmas future.
I know. It could have been so easy, so much easier for her if she wasn't a woman and Muslim. She's already a white Mexican. Like, you could have had it okay. You know?
You could have taken that route.
You could have taken that route, but you're like, nah.
But now you're going to be like Sinead O'Connor and be like, I'm going to convert.
Yeah. Yeah, so a terrorist is bombing that pussy. What? No.
Exactly. Shout out to dykey-looking Irish woman.
Did you say Geike or Dykey?
Dykey.
Dykey. Oh.
Dykey. What would Ike be? I'm
Ike.
talking about the dyke-looking. This is the internet.
Is it weird that sometimes
I feel like that'll be the next word you can't say about people. It's like, oh, you can't say this one. You can't call
You can't
it
already
dyke.
say dyke.
Well, I mean, I feel like it hasn't been clear in the mainstream yet. It hasn't been.
No one ever told me.
All right, it's not as
gay and the gay F word, and that's it.
Well, I mean, it's fine to say faggot.
No, I mean fajitas.
Oh, for the fajitas,
For the
fajitos. But I thought it was like
I don't like saying
I
that
thought
word.
it's okay as like an exclamatory, like you just came like, oh, faggot. But it's not. But not to call someone directly.
You can be like, dyke. That's fucking dyke, man.
Just gonna say it looks like a dyke.
That's just giving me dyke vibes. I don't know. You know? Oh, I feel weird saying those words.
My dyke radar is on.
What is a dyke? What's a dyke?
It's that. It's like it was like when they try to look. Usually it's like
No,
very
like what's
short
the
hair.
word mean?
Oh, I don't know. There's probably multiple definitions, like with faggot and stuff.
Like, isn't it like a bomb or something? Like a dyke?
That would be good. Maybe we could search it right up here and find out.
Well, yes, guys. This is what the podcast is. We're searching what dyke means, not the actual meaning. You know. Exactly. So when I use it, I can use it correctly and not offend anyone.
We can say it in the proper sense. We are gonna bring up Google.
Like I always use fag to request a cigarette. You know.
You got to make sure when you're in England, that's how you use it. Dyke.
Oi, let me get a fag.
Definition.
Here you go, mate. I meant pull your penis out now.
Not geography.
Geography.
Because, a dike in the ground. See, a long wall to prevent flooding.
Oh, is that... You think men gave the woman's dike because it's a long wall to prevent flooding?
Oh, it's also a dated one and an informal one, a toilet. Here's the one.
A toilet? Oh, a lesbian.
Oh, really? It's just for that? I thought it was when they had like that butch-looking type.
Oh, I feel like men give them that word because it's a big wall to prevent flooding. Like, these girls ain't getting wet for these guys. These just a bunch of dykes. Just dykes, bro.
They try to look like guys. They spend that time.
Hey, is it weird that I still smash, though? Some are hot. I don't care if they're
some it works and such.
I'm just like, yeah, do it. Like,
I mean, if a hot girl somehow got alopecia and she lost all her hair, it's like, yeah, she's still hot. I'm going for it.
Have you, like, I've met, like, some, like, lesbians that have been, like, kind of open and, like, I met them in the club and they're just like, I'm a lesbian, but, you know, they're just trying to look for a tune-up sometimes, you know? Trying to get with the man, trying to get aligned again.
Is that like the bisexual people who have a preference more towards one than the other?
I think it's the bisexual people that look like androgynous, but they want sex with both.
That could be a fair amount of people on the comedy scene here.
Oh, I sure can.
But one we could say right now, Gavin.
Is Gavin androgynous? I can't tell whether he's a man or a woman.
Not. But I say he kind of looks like if Michael Rappaport had a gay son.
That's not Michael Rappaport. Is Gavin not Michael Rapp?
That's what I kind of came to the conclusion. Is this the less talented one?
Gavin's he's not. He's a guy. He talks like a guy. I'm gonna fuck that bitch.
Oh no, he definitely
busted
is.
in nuts.
he definitely is. I'm just saying on a surface level.
On a surface level, wow.
Exactly.
You're gonna live with him now.
But then that means he's a Trojan horse, so that works well.
He's gonna rape you in your room when you move in.
No, that is why there will be locks.
He's gonna go in your room and just rape you and be like, "It's okay."
Is that what everything has to result in?
It's just the Trojan horse that's slipping in you.
That's what you call it when you get mounted. It's not like a cowgirl. It's called a Trojan horse.
Exactly.
It's like you weren't expecting this.
Surprise. Oh, that's crazy.
Oh, so that's what happens when you touch a girl's asshole when she tells you not to.
I think that's called someone told me when you like when you're like, yeah, I'm gonna stick it in your pussy, and you put him in the ass. Sorry, but I was taking a detour. We were on detours.
The Trojan horse. You wanted to take the scenic route.
The scenic route. There you go. Trojan horse.
Exactly, Trojan horse.
Trojan horse.
You weren't expecting it.
What's new, Karl?
What's going on with the scene?
What's going on in the comics? I haven't been around. I've been just so busy.
What did you get busy with a lot? Not just with the new job, but okay.
Yeah,
So it was all the debt collections, having to break downs. All right. Well, at least you're not having to be the person that goes up to like a debt hunter or something, like a debt bounty hunter.
Not yet.
Not to that point.
Not to that. I'll be down though. I'll be down to like grow a beard and a mullet and like have a mace with me.
You have to serve papers.
Yeah. Well, here you go. Looking for Karl. Hey, brother.
Imagine how many
Maricopa County has been.
Imagine how many 20-year-olds you're gonna have to stop and apprehend.
Oh shit! My water's so far. I'm so fat. Ugh. A debt collector hunters. Are those real people?
I want to say there's like someone, when you keep avoiding it, like down the line, obviously, it seems like you're the more initial contact for debt collection.
Do they have a badge? If they have a badge, I'm down to apply.
I think they get some like license to do it, kind of like how a bounty hunter can get those licenses.
My resume, like 80 years of experience, Excel, winky face. Like, I could do this. I could find these people. We're learning to skip trace too, man. Skip tracing's a trip. Like that's some serious shit. Like going to government websites trying to find these motherfuckers. Like your dad doesn't seem like your dad. I'm looking at you right now. Like you're not dead.
You have like a different picture of him.
Yeah.
And it's like Kenneth Golovkin lives out, is like a 70-year-old man living out in Colorado Springs, Colorado, sir. Why do you have his identification?
That's my dad. Okay, there you go. There you go. Now we're being honest. Literally, we have to be like, who are you then? Like, it's my dad. It's my dad, but it's my dad's name. You're fucking up your dad, dude. Like, yeah, it's stupid people that lie.
Yeah, he kind of got mad at me when the home got repossessed.
Yeah.
But I wasn't there to see, so I didn't feel it.
No, bro. I was homeless by then. Like, oh, okay. I got addicted to, have you heard of Percocets? Oh, yeah. What a weird conversation we're having. But, yeah, man, I don't know. It's just crazy.
So I always got to get to some prescription pills and Percocet.
Dude, where I work at, it's like Sunny Slope. Every homeless is on something there. I swear. You've been up there, like 19th Avenue and like
a little
Peoria?
near there. I think, well, probably not closer to there, no.
Dude, fucking everyone's like our age, bro. Just fucking having the leans, like having a sign that says please help, but everyone's on drugs. It's not like in Phoenix, at least they're like waving at you and shit.
They're interacting.
They're all like, these people are like, I need drug money. They'll tell you straight up. This guy at QT was like, hey bro, can you buy me a beer? I'm fiending. I'm like, no. 7 a.m, dude. Like, I'm not gonna do that for you. He's like, bro. He started telling me in Spanish. He's like, come on, raza, hermano. I'm like, nah, dude.
That's a bad idea. Like, so I bought him a tall boy.
I feel like, was it bad though? Like to buy him a tall, like buy those people beer? I mean, if they're fiending, you're trying to be like, hey.
I mean, if they say it's their birthday, maybe. You can
you know, are they willing to touch my dick for it? Depends.
Exactly. It's like, well, it depends what point they've gotten to.
Have I told you I given a homeless woman a ride once and I think I was about to be robbed? Like,
why did you give a homeless woman a ride in the first place?
Well, she was pregnant and homeless. And it's like, now that I think about it, it's like, what a perfect scam, right? I was pumping gas and she see me pumping gas. She's like, hey, can you give me a ride? I was like, I don't feel comfortable, bro. I'm okay. I'm like, you're a white woman and pregnant. I'm Mexican, dude. In a fucking Corolla Sport, already suspicious. And she's like, I just need a ride down to McDonald's. I'm like, well, can you walk there? I'm like, all right, get in. And when I took her there, bro, she was texting somebody. And she's like, oh, thank you. I was like, all right, you could get out of the car.
That is suspicious.
And she's just like, I have nothing to repay you back. And she was looking around. I was like, it's cool. Just get out of my car. I told her. She wanted to get out of my car, bro. And I was just like, she's like, anything I could do to repay you? I was like, you could get out of my car. And something happened when she was like on the phone and she's like got off and I peeled out, bro. Another guy was walking out of McDonald's at her and looking at me. I was like, oh, I was like, get robbed. I was about to get fucking robbed.
Or they might have someone tailing you. And that's what I was about to say. Someone else then tails onto you.
I'm like, hell no, dude. I was about to get robbed. That's crazy.
Trying to be a nice person, and this is what happened.
Never again. You can give her a ride? No, bro. You can ride this dick. Like, I ain't give a ride to no one. Depends how hot the next homeless girl is, though. If she's not pregnant, maybe. Like, suck this dick for the ride.
She's just someone who's down on her luck.
I know. What a weird fantasy men have. You see some attractive homeless woman sometimes. You're just like, I wonder what she'll do if I give her shelter. Am I creepy right now? What a weird. I have weird thoughts driving, and I'm zoned out.
Well, I mean, we have a lot of those when we drive. Like, I have mines when I see a child riding a bike. I'm like,
fucking run them over.
It's like I wonder how that would look like.
Oh man, I wonder how that would look like. No consequences.
Because you can't have. They don't have those VR experiences for. Hey, I want to know what it's like to have vehicular death against a child.
That'd be great. They should come up with those simulators already, where it feels real. Like you get all your rage
you can
out.
Experience a terrorist attack.
Yeah,
you could experience carrying one out.
You
can experience carrying out one.
Ever wonder how 9/11 felt? Now's your chance. Want to know how it felt to bomb it? Here's another chance.
Want to know how it felt going into the second tower?
Was it real or conspiracy? You could
exactly. You experience
it all.
Then you'll be able to find out for yourself.
I know. That'll be nuts, huh? Imagine I will buy that simulation and just get all the anger out. Like everybody will be like calm, like all your frustration.
If it's one of those open developer systems, it'll definitely have those types. They're already dealing with the metaverse people having gangbangs in there. So.
What the fuck? What the fuck? How could you gangbang someone else?
Well, you just all get in a room, and I guess they disrobe and they do some stuff. I don't know.
What the fuck? You already meet it in real life. Why would you also fuck in virtual?
Because you want to be able to do it for your homies, all right?
Because you're in America, goddammit. Just so say you can, yeah.
Exactly. Well, I'm sure people around the world could join, but it's the metaverse.
It's the metaverse, bro. Pornhub? Ha. Get on Facebook.
Facebook's trying to be the center for everything, including porn.
That'd be weird.
You know, I remember on Pirate Bay, the pirating website, they had 4 different tabs. It was like movies, TVs, games, and one for porn.
Yep,
just
adult.
one for porn. They gave it its own section.
Hell yeah, dude. They should. That's what I miss about going to like those old like mom and pop video stores. When I was a kid, the little curtain, like the beaded curtain, just sneak in there. It's all red and shit. You're like, what's going on?
I never saw that at the local Hollywood video.
Hell no. I did see a glory hole at the Hollywood video.
I think what they had is those. They had those on display, but they had like not the actual cover.
Just the hole?
Or no, they just had the title of it written plainly.
Glory hole.
Yeah.
Man. Hey, is there really one right there at the tavern? Right, not at the tavern, but the adult shop next door? That's word around Reddit.
I saw it from the local city subreddit.
Yeah,
someone said.
I really did. Like, yeah, it literally said, it's like, yeah, modern something. What's it called? Modern whatever it's called.
Modern day design.
Modern something. Yeah, that sex shop right there. He's like, some guy's like, it's by the bar called the Tempe Tavern.
Or like Fascinations.
No, Fascinations is legit. Like Fascinations in Castle.
Oh, you're saying the one by Tempe Tavern.
Yeah.
See, I haven't been to Tempe Tavern yet.
You haven't been to Tempe Tavern?
No, I've always done either Bridget's or Golden.
There's a sex shop right there. All the homeless people hang out there. A lot of shady people hang out there. And again, I was going through Reddit because I was curious. And I was like, where are the girls in Arizona? Just one day if I'm passing by, I'd be like, hey, I'm bored. I got some cash. So like, I go there and everyone's like, yeah, just go to the modern times something. It's called the adult shop right there. I was just like, how do you do it? Yes, I'm like that. I'm the fucking anonymous on Reddit. I just want to know things. I don't want people to know me. And he's like, yeah, dude, you should just ask for an arcade ticket, and if someone's there, you pay them. I was like, what? There's, I guess, right there is another side. It's either downstairs, they have a basement, and, like, it's an arcade where it's just, like, movies playing, and you just jerk off. But sometimes there's, like, a curtain and a hole, and if someone's there.
Imagine being the employee who has to clean that shit
up. Jesus. Imagine he's like, oh, God. Did you guys bring any more Clorox? I need more Clorox wipes. I can't do this job.
It's like you gotta have one of those big mop sticks.
It's
from a distance away.
It's the ones that slide.
Either that, or you literally get on like the debuffing.
Imagine being the
debuffing
janitor
vehicle.
that go into that room and that person that was sucking dick it doesn't swallow, just spits it out. It's like, I'm sorry, mom, and I couldn't handle it. Like, get out of here, Gina. I'll see you next week. Just mopping it up.
It's, you know, one thing I saw for like those cleaning on like the sets for porn is like a guy in a wheelchair who just has like a towel on a stick and he just cleans it all up that. Yeah, he just cleans it all up that way.
Find the side of the towel that isn't crusty.
Hey, they're just trying to reach their Americans with Disability Act's approval.
Finally,
it helps them get a tax break if they hire more disabled people.
Does it? Is that why companies do that? They get tax breaks?
I mean, they do that more for like good publicity to then they can then use that for other stuff.
I find that inconvenient now. I'm just kidding. Yeah. Some guy in a wheelchair, and like, bro, I have to scan you in and open the door for you every day, or else I'm addicted.
Exactly.
You know?
Now, child labor.
Child labor.
Yes.
That's a tax break right there.
All right. Hell yeah. All right.
Oh my god. What's new with sports, Carl? Tell me
what's
about
going on. Well, I know basketball's going on. The Suns are playing Game 5 tonight downtown. That's why there's no Golden Margarita open mic.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably not any open tavern. They probably have the game on the TVs.
Oh, that'll be interesting. Everyone else that's in there was gonna be pissed off that.
Shut the fuck up!
Shut the fuck up with this comedy.
I haven't been to any open mics because I haven't had anything new to work on. I have a set and I'm trying to get shows to get booked on, but like I can't get booked.
I don't have anything much as new to work on, but I'm trying to do more crowd work.
Trying to do more crowd work. I mean, I guess I could just do crowd work, but I don't know. I just haven't been feeling it. I feel like I need to write things down now. Crowd work sometimes it's hit or miss, and you think of something really fun in your head and you say it to that person, they're like, like fuck, man. My when I went to what was it, improv in Tempe, there's a comedian she was also my my old high school drama teacher. She's a comic though, and like I was like, what are you gonna do? And I seen her perform. She's funny. I'm like, hey, you're gonna do your set. She's like, I think I want to just do crowd work and wing it. I was like, you shouldn't do that on these. I told her, I'm like, you should just do your set, make these people laugh. Don't try to, work the crowd. She's like, well, I have nothing. I was like, do your set. She got up there and like bombed, bro. It was like awkward here and there laughs. She was just like,
And that was a book show?
It wasn't a book show. It was New Faces, but still.
Oh, yeah. I had only been to one New Faces show, but two people that were on it. It was like, oh, this is this first person's time doing it.
Oh, yeah. First person.
It's like, oh, my
Everyone's
goodness.
there laughing at their terrible jokes. Their
Well,
friends.
it's like, yeah, it's their friends.
Yeah.
Like, they have their table of friends. They're laughing at it.
That's hilarious. And you're just like, it's not, dog.
Yeah, it's like, no.
That's the story how you date raped a girl, bro, in college. It's not funny.
They all laugh because they helped cover it for you.
They have because they're the ones recorded it and blackmailed it to her. Like,
what a loyal family.
Oh, I know. Oh man, I remember using blackmailing girls in high school for nudes. Yeah, I don't care. I'll cancel myself.
Blackmail. We're just not saying like which ones it was. Anna was at the same age, so there's nothing with that.
Yeah, same age. Or you should be like, "Yo, bro, I heard you cheat on your boyfriend." How'd you find out? Like, doesn't matter. But I'm gonna tell him. Send me a picture of that pussy, though. And sometimes it was a hit or miss. Sometimes I was making shit up. Sometimes like, how'd you find out? Like, yes. That's why I'm a debt collector now. I can bullshit. He's like, hey,
You get bullshit his way to getting evidence out of people.
Oh, yeah. It's terrible to say. I feel like when I got older, I texted those girls back, hey, I'm sorry I was such a piece of shit. I was 16. Like, hormones. I was always hard. Like, my bad. And they're like, fuck you. Like, don't talk to me. Like, okay. It's fine.
See, what I got from those whenever I apologized back, it was like, oh, you weren't the worst. So it's like, dude, that feels a little bit better.
It does feel better. I was such a horny kid. Like, even in middle school and shit, I used to send, like, unsolicited dick pics to girls and shit. Same age. But it was just the times. You got a cell phone. I was with my Razor,
See, I can luckily say I've never sent a dick pic. However, I
have out there.
I have shown a fair amount of people in real life.
Or did you just Louis C.K. like they come to your apartment and just start wanking it?
Oh no, they didn't come over. It was just more in a situation like, hey, do you want to see my dick? And it's like something, or they're saying like, pull it out. Out the parking lot.
Oh, talking about some shit like, hey, by the way, you want to see my dick? Like, oh, okay.
Yeah, it's like you get into some crude talk. It's like, I'll pull my fucking dick out. It's like just for whatever.
I've never. I feel like my dick is so disappointed in real life. Like, it needs angles and lighting. That's why I send pictures and shit.
That's why I don't try to hype it up or anything. It's like, it ain't nothing special. I'm just saying, do you want to see it so you can say you've seen it before? Because it's not even like, it could even be in a platonic manner, too.
Hey, as friends.
As friends, you want to just see it?
As friends. I've done that once, like, as friends, you want to, like, make out, like, okay. Well, it's weird after you're like, as friends, I dislike that. Like, as a friend, I dislike that a lot. Like, why were you spitting in my eye? Like, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck, dude?
I thought I was hitting your mouth, sweetheart.
Oh, it was gross. Were you tickling me at one point? Like, what the fuck, bro?
I thought I was fingering you. I remember that was a lesson learned from the first time having sex. You learn the vagina is lower than you think because you think, oh, it's the same location as the dick.
If you get, like, even an inch lower, it's like, that's my asshole now. You're like, what the fuck, bro? Where's it at? I remember doing that shit, just going into a girl, just like blind and like, is that it? Ah! Like, oh shit! What you say? What was it, a detour? The detour? What is it?
The scenic route.
Scenic route. It hurts you too though, because you're like, oh fuck.
Or as I said, the Trojan horse.
The Trojan horse, baby.
You didn't expect it down this area.
And I remember I did that once to the girl, and I just went in. I mean, her asshole was loose. So I'm like, okay. But she was like, get out. And as I got out, you wouldn't expect the smell, but the smell's out there, bro. It's a butthole still. So, like, when I pull it out, I was like, oh, what the fuck? Did you fart? She's like, you still got my asshole. I was like, that's gross. I know I still got up your ass, but she didn't even clean yourself, you dirty whore, you know?
Exactly with that. It's like, come on now.
Come on now.
Before you even get involved, you should be doing this stuff.
Oh, man.
Excuse yourself for the bathroom. That's what you always do. You excuse yourself for the bathroom before it's time. I'm
dating a very nice, she's a proper woman. And I'm remembering, I'm like,
she's a
respectful lady. You know, my parents met her. Like, sometimes I want to tell her, be like, I used to date some whores. Like shit that you won't do. I know some people that'll do it. You know, like some whores, bro.
It's something to bring like every once in a blue moon.
I know. Like, hey, babe, by the way.
I was with a bunch of whores.
She knows it.
Will she say she was with a bunch of losers or something before?
She still is. No. She was just with people that used her, like, losers and shit. See, I use her, but I stay with her now.
but you mutually
we both use each other. Yeah, we both mutually benefit from each other.
Yes, we are glad to both use each other in different ways.
Like, she hates crowds and talking to people, and I'll do that for her when we're out.
Yeah.
I hate paying bills, and she helps me out with, you know? But I remember this one girl, let's call her Annalisa, is close to her name. And, like, dude, she was just
Annalisa.
She was like first date, bro. We went and eat Barrows. On the second date, she went to eat my balls, you know? Like, it was crazy, bro. Like, I got her in my room. She met my parents the second day. I was living with my parents. She was like, she met my mom and dad, and I literally was just like, we're gonna be in my room. My mom was like, my dad was like, what are you gonna do in your room? I was like, you know, I'm like, room. Like, this is not serious, you know? Like, I never, like, it was crazy. I was 23. She was 19. So legal age. Exactly. And she was like, I feel like it didn't work because she was so young. Just because she was like still going through that teenage trauma shit, and I was over it, you know? It's like, my parents don't love me. I'm like, who gives a fuck? Smoke some weed, like, who cares? But I feel like she used to, like, she called me daddy all the time, but, like, in a weird way. And I feel like I didn't like that at all. She
said she wasn't loved by her parents. It's like, well, my dick loves you, so give it a little mouth to mouth.
Oh, bro, I used to like do lines with like that to her, like, oh, my dad don't love me. I'm like, but this dad does. Hurry up and suck my dick. And she'll be like, okay, like that. I was like, wow, I'm a terrible human. But it's weird when you're a terrible human being and you get sex out of it. What a weird feeling in your chest, because you're like, I'm an evil feels good, you know. Being evil feels like it's a different kind of good. It's that power, you know. What am I talking about in your podcast, bro? I'm like, just
Talk about power trips we get from being evil and forcing.
What's the biggest power trip you had? Have you ever had a power trip?
Well, didn't I? It's the one I made my bit out of getting jerked off in the presence of a girlfriend's family.
Oh, that's a power.
Yeah,
that is a power.
Because I say Rudy's barbecue because I can't remember the exact place we had gone to, but it was her
Under the
birthday
table?
at time. Well, because she was turning 20. I was already 21 at the time.
Nice.
And it was because it was a corner table area, so there was space, and we were like at one. And it was the short end kind of because they had a moderately sized family. Exactly. But it was only that because they had to take in a bunch of cousins because one of the parents, the one who was taking care of them, died, and then the other one just wasn't able to raise them. So they were all there, 4 younger cousins.
Important
question. The two sisters.
Important question. Over or under the pants?
It was over. Okay,
over the pants.
Yeah, because we got to be discreet about
Nice.
it. But
were her sisters hot? Were you just looking at them like you're like, fuck?
No, well, the
eating
thing
barbecue wings.
But that's
and
what
shit?
I said. Her mother Cindy was talking to me at a point when she was doing it. That's why.
What the fuck? So Karl, how's school? You're like, fucking A's and B's and shit.
No, I was already going towards the graduation at that point.
Oh, okay.
Exactly. It was about looking for job prospects.
Oh,
what
yeah,
am I
like,
looking for?
How's the job thing going? This is good. It's good. It's hard to find jobs.
Yeah, it's going well.
It's going well. I feel like I'm at a climax
Sometimes
in my employment right now.
I'm at a climax of the amount of interviews I got to do just trying to find something. And
they called me for an interview, but I couldn't come, so I just.
And it was because I wasn't a PDA person, and she wasn't either. So we weren't really do much beyond that in public. It was just more
that's
like,
funny. I don't like PDA, but I'll jerk you off.
Or there was another one when we were on the way to the Renaissance Festival, because we were in the back row and stuff. Because there were other people in like the passenger seat in the middle row, so we were in the back row. And then I just kind of texted to her, and it was like far back enough, and yeah.
I feel like I'm being a memory. Yeah. I got like a bad hand job one time in French class in high school. So this girl was just like, she was legit emo Mexican girl. She was just like, I'm a slut. I got issues. I'm like, sick. Love our generation. Shout out to my generation millennials. We're like, yeah, I'm a slut. Like all the girls in high school remember were sluts. Like I'm a slut. Like, all right, cool. But it was French class, and she was telling me about how she gave hand job to another guy in class. I was like, are you down to give another one in French class right now? And she did. And she was doing it, and then she like felt weird about it, and she stopped, like blue balled me, halfway. She's like, I can't. I was like, merci.
Hand jobs in French class. Oh, what a day.
It sounds like a cool indie band, hand jobs in French class. It's great. It's all do 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 do.
And just slowly pacing up.
You pulled my skin back.
But I was circumcised.
That's a fucking golden album right there. Man, high school was a trip.
Yeah, and especially now you could just get distracted with phones at your desk. See, that was the thing.
Yeah.
Kids then were definitely having more sex during.
Oh yeah, I think high school was a trip. I feel like I had more sexual experiences. No, that's not true. But there was a lot of sexual experiences.
I had more in college, but that's because that's when the app started to become something.
Exactly, the fucking apps. Remember this girl? We were friends, and we were coming out of the restroom because the restrooms were like just open, and there was like left side boys and girls, and like when you come out, you see each other. We came out, and it was this white girl, big old titty. She was a teen mom, and like she came out, she was like, "Cesar, you want to see my tits?" I was like, "Yes, like, fucking A, of course." Every time we went to a restroom, I see her and I smile at her, and she just did it for me. And I was like, why are you? It's so nice of you. You make my fucking. I told her one time, like, you make my fucking day when I run into you in the restroom. You should show me a titty, like, like this is fucking great.
And then that day, Cesar was happy during his geometry classes.
God. I know.
He kept drawing circles. He knew about degrees.
I know. Just like nipples and shit. Or you tried nipples are like, huh?
You're just doing all these mathematical equations with one circle within another. It's like the different nipples.
One circle inside another circle, little bumps around me. Like, what the fuck is this? I don't know. I'm trying to find the circumference.
That reminded me in 8th grade with this one other teacher, Mr. Zamora. He, for some reason, had he told his class. Luckily, I wasn't in it, but I heard it from a friend who was. It was like they had to draw detailed pictures of dicks.
Shut up.
Yeah, it's like draw a penis. That's what they did at one point during the sex ed unit.
Draw a dick. Imagine all the fucking bad kids like fucking ready for this exam. Just like draw a dick. There's one on the desk already. You're welcome. I did that shit for you.
Exactly. This has been on here.
Oh,
it's like,
man.
oh yeah, we see one at the parking lot every day.
I'm thinking like high school was fun. I remember I was in wrestling. Like we still always try to sneak in the girls' locker room and shit. Like hee and shit with our singlets. Singlets suck because I'm fat and like I don't have, my dick isn't big. So like when it just grabs you right here, it just look like a coin purse. That's it. Like what the fuck? And it sucked because when you're in a locker room with a bunch of dudes, you're all well endowed. You're just like I don't want to change or shower here. I'll get ringworm. I'll risk it. You know. Fuck high school, man.
Yeah, I definitely didn't do the barging into the women's locker room. Oh, this one of the
barge in, just like
one of the athletic directors, who was one of the PE coaches, got upset when he found out both the boys and girls on the wrestling team were being weighed in the same room. It's like, no, the girls have to, like, it has to be separate.
Dude, we've done that before, like at wrestling meets. Like girls just in their fucking.
Oh, at meets. Oh yeah.
Meets?
But we're saying just like, because each day before we started, we weighed in.
Okay. Now I remember meets were cool when there were like hot girls. Sometimes there was just girls I was gonna wrestle because they were fucking, I was heavyweights, and I was fat phobic for being a fat guy in high school. I was like, I have to wrestle these fat bitches, But I remember there were like hot girls sometimes at like rich schools, and like they were wrestling and shit, and like they used to go in with their just bra and underwear, and all the guys are like, oh yeah, how much she weighing in? Oh, nice tight. That's a tight 105 right there. It's a tight 105.
They were.
I used to be a creep. I'm still a creep. I used to be creepier.
Oh no! All the other guys, they were creepy. Sometimes, a lot of times with the girls that were watching it, it was mostly with the ones who were watching it.
Yeah.
Or like the other team or our team or the cheerleaders, what it was. Or I remember this one from a nearby school, Newark. Now, it wasn't like she was the prettiest girl, but let's just say she came back with a top that was like, wow, the only thing. And I remember another one of the teammates who was older than me saying that the only top better than that is no top.
Hey, dude, sometimes I remember like girls that I used to go to school with, like not dressed like for their day, whatever. They go to a football game and see them and they're out like more like hoish clothes. Just be like, damn, girl, you're actually, what the fuck? All the time, like especially the nerdy kind of girls, and like they wore like big sweatshirts. And like I remember one time, again, the top. It was the top. This nerdy girl came with like a tube top, and with like some tight jeans, where she's like, fuck, that's not her. That's not her. That's not her. The Christian girl, that's not her, dude.
It's like, what's she doing out here? It's like she's for the streets.
What you doing for the streets, baby?
Or the best I saw with the top was, it was at California Great America Amusement Park. And this girl, I mean, it was like a top, but you see so much of like the midriff. It just covers like the tits and like most of the arms.
Yeah.
Like that's all it was.
Best one, it was see-through. Those are awesome.
Oh, it was white too.
Nice. Oh,
I remember seeing it by one of those Looney Tunes basketball games.
This podcast is already canceled because of me. Like,
we're not talking about anyone specific in the scene. Well,
you know who I want to talk about. No.
If you want to go tell me and say, "Ay, cochino."
Cochino.
Yeah, I had a friend. She told me that when I gave a compliment about some girl's ass that was some distance away.
Okay, cochino.
Yeah.
No. Man.
She knows who she is, Nancy Flores.
What the fuck? What are you talking about, Karl?
That's what she told me. She's like, "Ay, cochino," when I made that comment.
Oh, ay, cochino.
She called me a pig.
You pig. You dirty fucking Jewy pig, Karl.
Isn't that a little anti-Semitic at that point by putting the pig part?
But put in what part? The Jew part or the pig part?
The Jews and the pigs, associating them together.
Is it anti-Semitic? I seen cartoons like that.
I thought it's like doing with that or like a rat or a snake.
Oh, okay.
It's like doing that stuff.
I seen rats before and I seen pigs before.
Well, because don't you remember the former podcast, the Coconut Boys?
Oh my goodness. The Coconut Boys,
that's
Coconut Cucks.
That's what Jared calls it.
The Coconut Boys.
That's what Jared calls it.
Oh fuck.
Jared, he was calling it. I think it was when he was on Chew Deer's podcast. He was calling it the Coconut Boys.
The Coconut Boys. Man, those Coconut Boys, let me tell you. I don't know what else to talk about. What do you want to talk about, Carl?
Well, because you were talking about stuff with the open mics recently, and what Josh Harrison's got me to do is more just that crowd work stuff.
Yeah.
Because it was one where at the Wayward Tap Room, this guy, let's just say he was vertically challenged, so short. He was leaving, and when he had left, I made some jokes about he was like the mob enforcer to the Lollipop Kingdom.
Wow. Dude, there was vertically challenged. There was at Debbie Improv, that one show I was telling you about. The main guy that brought all the people was a little person, was a little LP. Bro, I don't know why I wanted to make fun of them, but I was like, I don't know these people. I never experienced anything from the LP community, you know? I don't be like, fuck this guy. But it sucks because they put him all the way in the back, bro. I'm like, we can't even see the fucking show.
You want to see the fight with
I want to see the fight.
You want to see, where's Hezbollah?
Like, are they all going to unite to one Transformer? Like, how are they going to fight me?
Do you know Hezbollah?
Do you know Hezbollah?
I assume you all know each other.
Oh, my God.
I love watching random Instagram lives of him because the last one I saw, he was on some beach just driving some old car. Just going fast.
He's so Muslim. Like when women try to take pictures with him, like, can I take a picture with you? I'll take pictures with women. Get away from me. He's like that. He's like, fuck away from me.
Oh, he's highly religious. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It's just hilarious how he talks to women, though. You're so cute. Can I take a picture? Get the fuck away from you're a woman. Like, oh, shit. That's hilarious.
The very hardcore.
He's an LP, but he's like those LPs with the genetic thing that looks like a kid, right?
Like the youth thing.
Yeah.
It's because I want to say he's 18.
Yeah, he's like 18, 19. Like, yeah, he's 18. He's 18. The other, what's the little beef with the other little guy? Is he Russian?
He's Kazakhstani.
Oh, he's Kazakhstani.
Abdul Rozek.
Yeah.
That's who it is, yeah.
It was his little voice. They're so cute when they yell at each other. Like, what the? It's amazing.
When they're speaking, well, I got to think with Hezbollah, he would be probably Arabic with him.
Yeah. They're yelling
because he always starts, he's like, Salam alaikum.
Salam alaikum.
Exactly. I saw him this week. He made the Hajj to Mecca. He's doing that what all Muslims have to do. He's doing the Hajj.
Like, is he from like rich family?
No, he's from Chechnya. No, he's from a pretty poor area.
How did he get so rich and famous?
That video stuff, and people wanted to sponsor him. He even has his own line of NFTs now.
That's fucking nuts. That little where I know him from is when they met and they were trying to fight each other.
Yeah, that was the promoter for that Timur Vayev, or I gotta see what it is. I follow him on Instagram.
Because both of those little LPs, they got fucking rich and famous. They're all in.
Abdu, the one who's Kazakhstani, he's already like a singer in Kazakhstan.
I seen that.
Yeah. Yes, he already has money from something. He was just getting the money.
I see that fool's like he's learning how to cook. He's a chef and shit. He's like, don't take a picture with me, fucking woman. He's amazing, dude.
He was at a UFC pay-per-view event when it was in Abu Dhabi.
Oh, he's just like
he was in seats in the front row.
I feel like it's good luck when you see a little person.
And then when he was with Khabib and then all the other Muslim Russians, and they were taking a photo, he was like hitting their head against theirs. He likes to do that, just like hits other people for like whatever reason.
Is that weird to say? Like, I feel like every time there's an LP in my presence, I have good luck. Is that offensive to them?
Well, it's only if they're redheaded and Irish.
I don't. It's just every time there's like a little person around me or see one, have a good day. You know, like something cool's gonna go on. I'm like, oh damn,
this is my lucky cat's paw.
Hell yeah, dude! Little people coming in. They're so. I don't know. I want to offend them by saying adorable, but yeah, they're adorables, bro. I used to work with some girl that used to be afraid of them. She would literally. There was a little person that worked with us. And I like how in the beginning of this fucking podcast we're all faggot dying, but when it comes to midgets, we're like the little people. We can't call them that.
No, vertically challenged.
The vertically challenged, yeah. We're all PC.
I got that from an 8th grade math teacher. You know how used to always
how fucking offensive. This guy was coming out of the elevators, little LP, and she didn't even know there was an LP working in the office. Looks at him and she was terrified, bro. Runs away. She can't even apologize face to face because she's like, I have a phobia. I have a phobia. She's like, we're talking to her like, what's your phobia? She's like, it doesn't make sense to me. My head can't process them. We're like, what? She's like, my head can't process them as adults, and they look like adults, but they're little. And I was just like, that's fucked up. That's such a fucked up phobia. Every time they had to like put him separately across the office. She couldn't be around it because she'll like be scared and like yell and be like, get away from me. Like thinking they'll be like, give me your fucking.
This is hilarious to think about.
Dude, in the office, that was funny. I was in lunch. He like, bing, you should see her go through, and he's like, oh, hello. He was like being nice, like, oh, hi, excuse me. She's like, and he's like, oh, what the fuck, dude? Like, it sucks because when you look, I saw the look at his face, and he was just like, yeah, this happens. Like, what the fuck? That's crazy.
People just run when they see you.
Fuck. Because he was like by my hip. I'm already short. I'm already 5'7". This guy was by my hip already.
Really? Is that true? I thought you were a little closer to me because I'm 6 feet.
You're 6. No, when I hugged you right now, my head was at your chest. I was like, hello.
Maybe I was bad memory with that.
Fuck, you were already high and shit, smoking it up.
Exactly.
You opened the door like, Cesar and shit.
Yeah.
Watching football.
Sipping on some sisters.
Sip. When I say punk ass, you say bitch. Good
The
time.
baby.
The baby.
I heard he had an eventful week last week. I didn't hear the details much, but I heard.
Is he still around?
Oh, yeah. I'm sure he's around.
Hey, is Twitter getting privatized? I heard Twitter's getting privatized.
Oh, with Musk. I guess,
Musk.
I mean, they'd have to take it off he's just, like, the ownership of it. I mean, I guess technically he could buying all the shares.
What the fuck? I wonder why he did that. That's crazy, huh?
I think he's just trying to diversify. And I think he's seen how Twitter might overtake Facebook as the #1 social network.
Yeah. I can't get Twitter, bro. Anything that doesn't censor me, I just fall into porn right away. I tried Twitter, bro, to have like it was C's comedy, bro. At one point, I was just following OnlyFans girls. I'm like, what the fuck happened? This was for my comedy, you know? I can't do. That's why I can't do Reddit. I can't do Twitter. Because when I do Reddit, like I always download the fucking app.
You go straight to the porn.
I download the app and I'm porn. I'm like, how did this happen? Yeah, dude, it's a problem. So I always have to like download them to like for the reason I'm gonna download them and then fucking uninstall them. Cause I know I'm just gonna be later going to the restroom, looking at TikToks, seeing this hot TikTok hoe, and be like, I bet she has a Twitter. I don't look at that bitch's titties, you know? Sorry, I mean women's titties.
It's fun hilarious to think you have to be on social media apps that don't have porn available.
Yeah, bro. I don't even have a browser on my phone, dude. I fall into the temptation on that shit. And it's bad for you.
See, I just don't have the Facebook app itself on my phone.
I just have Facebook, Snapchat, and even Instagram sometimes is difficult. You know, these fucking big booty hoes.
There are all the different comics that are seen they get hacked.
Oh, I know. That shit's hilarious, bro. I hope, knock on wood, I don't get hacked. Like, that shit's hilarious. Like, they send you messages like, hey, remember Darrell got hacked and he was like, hey, Cesar. I was like, hi. I thought it was sick because he already speaks like that. So he's like, hello, Cesar.
I didn't get contacted by that, but I got DJs.
You got DJ? I got DJs too. He's like, big point. Darrell's was more like personalized. He's like, hey, Cesar, how you been? And they're like, oh, good, Darrell. He's like, yeah, man. He's like, it was good to see you around the other day. I was like, I guess, yeah. We're fucking open mics all the time. He's like, hey, what would you do with $5,000 right now? I was just like, I don't know, like probably pay off debts, you know? He's like, what's your Cash App? I was just like, this is weird. Then I texted him through Facebook. I was like, yo, bro, what is this? He's just like, he didn't message me back. But on fucking Instagram again, he's like, this is the real me, no scam. Give me fucking Cash App. I'll provide you money. He's like, I want to take care of you. I'm like, this isn't derailed. This is not.
Wanting to take care of people.
Yeah, I know. I was like, nah.
This is too generous for Darrell.
First of all, Darrell's black and poor. Like, he does not have $5,000 right now. He's always.
Hey, now he has the royalties from the 3 books he's written.
Great. I'm sure he doesn't have $5,000 to be like, I want to help you out. Here you go. Remember, every time I see Darrell, every time I see him, the first couple of times I started comedy, I always saw him up. He's always like first on the list sometimes. And he literally, one time he came to a Burnout to do a set at the street mic. And I'm like, what's up, Darrell? Where you been at? He's like, I came out the hospital right now. What? He's like, yeah, bro. I fell at work and I was at the hospital all day. I'm like, are you okay? He's like, I'm not. But he was like smiling. He's like, I'm in extreme pain right now. And he was like, I do my set. I was like, what the fuck, dude?
Yeah, that's Darrell Hearns.
That's Darrell Hearns, man. DJs was just like, I'll give you Bitcoin and shit. I was like, I don't understand that fucking currency, man. I don't have any of it.
Yeah, the trading thing. Well, because I think it's like a cash flip scheme is what it is.
Yeah. It is. Fucking cash flip shit. That shit's stupid.
Yeah, what do they think it is? Because here's the thing. I'll give the Cash App thing, but I've heard stuff like, oh, now I need to change the email you have here. It's like, okay, now something's going on.
What they do is like, on the Cash App, what they do is like, hey, send me like the whole $5,000 thing. I almost fell for it once because I thought it was legit. You know, this guy was really good. He was like, I thought it was an old friend of mine. I was like, oh yeah. He's like, hey, I've been doing this and that, and I'll give you like $7,500 right now if you send me like $50. I'm like, oh shit, for real? It's just $50? How? He's like, oh, I'll flip it for you. Then what made him call up was like, I need you to send me 50 and screenshot a picture, then send it to me, and then you'll have your money when I see that you screenshot that you send me the 50 and it's approved. I'm like, wait, hold on. I was like, why do you need a screenshot? I'm just gonna send you money. But they use the screenshots to lure other people. Like, look, this person sent me money, and you know,
and send their phishing for the next one.
I know. So I was like, fuck you. Oh, dude, I got hacked by a Tinder girl one time.
Oh, really?
Like, she was like, I got robbed by. There you go. I got robbed by a Tinder girl. It was like we matched and we were talking, and she was just like, I'm only in town for like the day. I just wanna have sex. I was like, sick, me too, you know. She's like, I'm in Avondale by my grandma's house or whatever. I was like, all right, cool, close by. Then she's like, I just don't meet any other random person. I need you to verify yourself. She sent me a link. It looked. Oh,
the links.
Yeah, it looked legit. It's like Tinder verification. You know, for her safety, we need your credit card number. Dude, at one point I was putting it and it didn't go through, and I was just like, hey, this isn't going through. She's like, we need to meet, do it again. And every time I put it in, they used it for a fucking charge. And at one point she stopped and I was like, wait a minute. And it didn't click because you're hyped up on hormones. Maybe you're gonna fuck, you know. I didn't click until I checked my bank because my bank's like, hey, fool, why you buying like dildos and shit? You know? And I was like, I looked at my bank account, it was like fucking for like escort services. And it was for like shit like that. It was embarrassing. I was like, this isn't me. It was hard to fight. You know, it was hard to fight through my bank because they're looking through my statements. And at one point I had Pornhub like platinum. Like the thing, they're like, I don't know. You look like a porn addict. I was like, I am, but I don't buy escort. I'm not to the point where I'm buying escorts, you know?
Oh, that's just like to think about stuff.
Crazy how you're like, you bought fucking Pornhub Premium one time. This could be your whores. Like, no. Yeah, be careful who you link.
This could be normal activity. Well, I was just thinking like anything with a link.
Anything with a link. Yeah, you gotta learn the hard way.
The phishing links.
I learned the hard way.
Yeah, because typically through those, it's the password. Like, oh, we need you to do a password reset.
Dude, they used to get that shit at. We used to work at Target at the collections area. They used to do that shit all the time. I don't know who sends it. They do it here at work too, but they're like, hey, your package has arrived. Click this link and put your last four social or some bullshit, you know? And they're like, what the fuck? Why is it? Who's that?
Yeah, or you're saying who I'm with?
Yeah.
That's Sean Doolittle. He's a man known for having a beard. He's a major league pitcher.
Oh, okay. I thought that's all he's known for.
No,
he's a baseball player. Okay.
Exactly with it. Well, that's why it's at Salt River Field. It got taken.
Oh, nice. Sorry, guys. This podcast has been up and down. We talking about my porn addiction and how creepy I am. Oh, Karl's just here looking at me like, God damn, Cesar has a dark fucking.
No, but what made it funny was this stuff where you brought up. It was like, yeah, you bought a platinum porn.
Yeah, dude, that shit was hard to fight. I'm like, I know, and I had it for like 2 months straight. I'm not gonna lie, and because I was single, I was like 24. I was single. I was just watching porn every day after work, you know, just busting a nut. Just relaxing and shit. That was my favorite thing to do at 24. I was so addicted to porn. I used to, every time I work, I used to edge myself during work. Like, dude, yeah, I'm out right here. I don't go fuck, you know? Like, cause I'm clean, right? I'm clean as shit. So I used to like go exclusive only at his podcast. I'm gonna tell this story. I used to go at work and watch like porn, and like get hard to just like edge myself for the whole day until I got home and like busted. smoke my pen and my nicotine pen at the same time. After right away, I used to just die of a dopamine fucking overdose, bro.
I can only imagine the sights of you just trying to get all the dopamine.
Dude, it was crazy.
Imagine if you were using whippets as well during that.
Oh, whippets. Hey, good idea. That's just
Hopefully this doesn't give the viewers any ideas.
I know.
The events,
you should use
the
your belt
events,
next time.
the events reported in this episode are not endorsed by 60 Minutes with Karl G, a limited liability company.
He endorses them. No, Karl advised me to use a belt next time, so we'll see how that goes. No, that shit was bro. That shit's crazy. Don't look at porn a lot.
Yeah,
that's my go-to here. It's just bad for you.
But now you got real pussy and titty. Sure, it's just one pair, but it's this one.
Even when I had girlfriends, I was still addicted to porn. It's just porn's the devil, bro. It's a little demon, you know.
No, I feel you. But when you have a girl that's attentive, it's not like it's can barely, not even trying to make an opportunity.
Save your cum, man. Save it for projects. Save your testosterone and shit.
Because apparently, I forgot how I was learning it, but through one of those, I think it was. I don't know if it was a Freakonomics or something that was through NPR, one of their series, and it was a prostitute looking at the men who, let's say, were in a relationship or married. Why were they doing it? And a lot of the times, according to how she did her study or how she talked to them, apparently it was because their wife wasn't providing for it.
Yeah, a lot of even strippers at times they just get customers to be like, can I just cuddle? Can you just talk to me? Yeah, and that's nuts, bro. When I go to a strip club, I want to touch vaginas and put I don't go fuck about her story. She could lie to me and be like, I don't go fuck, yeah.
Exactly with it. It's like show me the wombat.
Dude, has DJ told you the time we went to?
No.
He told you, oh, dude, Colorado. Because I was there and I had money,
was
right?
This with Seth too?
Yeah, it was Seth. Well, Seth didn't go. Seth's the homie. Seth was just I'm going to stay here in the hotel and get drunk. Because we had a bunch of beer and he's like, I'm going to just drink all the beers. Because that's fucking awesome. And he just stayed. And me and DJ, we're we need more stimulation than that. So, you know DJ, he's everywhere. I'm everywhere too in my head. So we need more than alcohol to stimulate us. So I was like, I'll shower and I was like, I don't know about you guys, but I'm going to strip club. I'm going to fuck. I'm going to spend a couple $100. You know? Why? Because I'm on vacation and I've never seen Colorado hoes before, you know? So DJ's
Cesar's ready to have a good time.
I'm ready to have a good time. DJ's I don't want to go. I was like, you don't have to go, DJ. Either go with me or don't go. That's all I have to tell you, bro. I'm gonna go though. I'll buy you a drink if you go with me. He's like, all right. We went there. Literally 15 minutes in, he's all there by the ATM, just taking out money. And I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, oh, bro, this girl's mine, dog. I'm gonna fuck. I'm gonna talk to her. I'm gonna fuck her. I was like, they're strippers. You're not gonna do any. They're gonna tease you. Keep going. And dude, it was so funny. One point, me and him were just pussy dazed. We're by the ATM. We reached limits on different cards, and we're just like, "Hey, bro, if I cash app you, can you pull it out your card?" Fuck. At one point, my bank called me the next day. He's like, "Hey, we spending so much money, bro." And I told him straight up, I was at a strip club. My bad. That shit was funny because the girls the dance was $50 plus VIP. Once you buy VIP, you have to pay again. But every dance was $50.
Oh my!
Some chicks were just like, my dances are $75 because they're better. And you're like, fuck, you're trying to hustle. And I had a girl that was $75. Was exactly the same. I was like, get the fuck out of here. You're wasting money. And these girls were there were you've been to strip clubs before, right?
Yeah.
You know how they're all nice and sweet on you. They touch your ear and shit. You're like, oh good. And sometimes you forget, it's you ask for one song, they're like, I danced for you for 3 songs. Oh shit, it's $150 right there. And they're like, you're not gonna tip me? I'm like, what do you mean tip? This is the tip.
That's why I
what
learned
the fuck? Well, there's no tip. You get paid in tips. This is crazy.
That's why I learned to say it beforehand. Going, it's this many songs.
Bro, DJ was a mess. DJ got drunk. DJ started using his credit cards, bro. I was like, bro, DJ, no. I was like, I was a mess too. I dropped money. You know, and I dropped some money too, and this shit was crazy, man. Colorado, it's called the Diamond.
I had a hilarious moment
Diamond Club.
The last time I was at one where the last one I got a dance from, she didn't know English.
Oh, nice.
So it was weird having to communicate with her in Spanish and stuff.
Just touch her titties and shit.
Yeah,
The ones are the ones over there on the south side. You mean? Did you go to one of those? Or the one on the west side?
Not the south. It was more in the uptown area.
Oh, uptown area. There's some strip clubs. I think Band-Aids. There's one called Band-Aids.
It was close to Biltmore, if that makes sense.
Oh yeah. I know is it Cheetahs?
No.
No. So there was this. There's Chicas. It's over there on the west side, bro. Strippers are not American. I feel like a lot of when you go in there, bro, and you see the thing and how it is, sometimes you're like, is this a fucking sex ring? Like, this is a human trafficking ring? Because no one speaks English, and which is cool because a lot of the customers are already Mexicans here on the west side, so I get it.
It's just like the ones they hand out on the Las Vegas Strip, the cards with the escorts.
Yep. Bro, it's just crazy, man. I've been to that once, and they're like, hola, and you're like, this is weird. I want to go to one in Tijuana. It's called Bangkok. It's one of the biggest ones in North America. It's in Mexico. It's called Bangkok.
I know Jacoby was telling me a lot of stuff about Tijuana strip clubs.
They're brothels, bro. They're not strip clubs. A lot of them just say they're strip clubs because they have to, but a lot of them there's too many floors to be like, well, it's not a strip club. What the fuck are you doing?
There's more stuff going on here.
The VIP's this way. What's all up that? Yeah, man. They're brothels for sure. But there's one called Bangkok. It's like. And they got a girl at a podcast, a Mexican podcast. I see she used to work there. I'm like, how is it? They're like, yeah, so you strip and stuff, and like if you see the guy has a lot of money, you'd be like, hey, you dropping money? I could just have sex with you.
You just get straight to the point.
You just get straight to the point, and if they want to or not, then you go to the room, and then they're just like, so if you want to just have sex, it'll be this much. If you want a BJ and sex, they should start. It's a menu, And they're like, some girls are just like, if they want to have sex with no condom, I charge them like $15,000. And they're like, do they pay? They're like, yeah. Like these girls are just like, and they're like, how do you? What were you guys prostitutes? They're like, no. We're just strippers.
Exactly. We are providing comfort.
Hey man,
comfort experts.
Let's go to Tijuana, Karl.
Exactly. But now that I see we have past an hour, so we could head out with that. Thank you so much for being with this.
I hope you guys had fun hearing this podcast.
A lot of porn and sex stuff. Sex
yeah,
and strippers.
My brain's rotting. But thank you, Karl. Appreciate you.
No problem with that.
Let's go do drugs.
Exactly. Go to Tijuana, do drugs, do the slopes.
Nice. That was fun. I try to bring more to the table, Karl.